Hi, boys and girls, cubbies, sparkies, TNTers, and friends. We miss you so much, and we can't wait until we're all back together again. Now, right now, lots of people are looking at what's happening around them. People getting sick, churches and schools closing, and they're worried. But being worried, it's natural. But if you are a friend of Jesus, there's something that you can do with your worries because Jesus is bigger than our worries. First, I have a little Bible cartoon for you to watch, reminding us to keep our focus on Jesus.
Stories of the Bible. Peter walks on water. This is Peter.
Hey-o! Whoop!
Peter was a fisherman who was called by Jesus.
Hey!
Peter saw the many miracles of Jesus,
Whoa!
and he heard all his teachings. Great crowds followed Jesus wherever he went. One day after Jesus had done a great miracle, he sent the disciples in a boat across the lake while he stayed and sent the people home.
See ya! Hey, Jesus!
After sending them home, Jesus went up into the hills by himself to pray. Meanwhile, the disciples were in trouble far away from land, for a strong wind had risen, and they were fighting heavy waves.
Ah!
About 3 o'clock in the morning, Jesus came toward them, walking on water. When the disciples saw him walking on the water, they were terrified.
Ah!
In their fear, they cried out, "It's a ghost!"
Hold on there.
But Jesus spoke to them at once. "Don't be afraid," he said. "Take courage. I am here." Then Peter called to him, "Lord, if it's really you, tell me to come to you walking on the water." So Jesus said, "Yes, come." So Peter went over the side of the boat
Whoa! This is awesome!
and walked on the water toward Jesus. But when he saw the strong wind and the waves,
Ah! Whoa!
he was terrified and began to sink.
Jesus! Help me!
"Save me, Lord!" he shouted. Jesus immediately reached out and grabbed him. Jesus said, "You have so little faith. Why did you doubt me?" When they climbed back into the boat, the wind stopped. Then the disciples worshiped him and said, "You really are the Son of God."
The world seems really worried about many things. What can we do? We need to put our focus on Jesus. Our Bible passage in Matthew 14, 22 to 33 will help us see how Peter was part of an amazing scene so long as he kept his eyes on Jesus. So it's from Matthew chapter 14, 22 to 33 if you wanted to read along. This story, part of it, happened right after Jesus fed 5,000 people plus women and children. So they had a very big day. They had seen some amazing miracles, and something else was going to happen tonight. So let me get to the passage, verse 22. Immediately, Jesus made the disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side while he dismissed the crowds. He went up on the mountain by himself to pray. When evening came, he was there alone. But the boat by this time was a long way from the land, beaten by the waves, for the wind was against them. And in the fourth watch of the night, he came to them walking on the sea. But when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified. What's your terrified face? And said, "It is a ghost!" And they cried out in fear. But immediately Jesus spoke to them, saying, "Take heart, it is I. Do not be afraid." And Peter answered him, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." He said, "Come." So Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water and came to Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried out, "Lord, save me." Jesus immediately reached out his hand and took hold of him, saying to him, "Oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt?" And when they got into the boat, the wind ceased, and those in the boat worshipped him, saying, "Truly, you are the Son of God." The disciples were afraid, and rightly so. They were in the middle of a big storm. And then they saw a person walking on water. Then Peter did something. He asked Jesus to have him walk on the water. What an amazing thing. And then God said, yes, do it. Come, he said. Did Peter walk on the water by his own power? No, it was the power of God. Does God ask us to do things, both big and small, without giving us the means or the ways to do them? Never. God is always at our side and can help us through any situation. We may not get exactly what we want or exactly what we prayed for, but He is always there to help us, and He is with us. God is bigger than our worries. Thank you for listening, and now we have a fun song.
You're watching Lifetree Kids.
Free like a bird in the big blue sky, not a cloud or a care for a million miles. I won't worry about a thing. God loves me and He loved me first. He rescued me when I was in a lurch, and I won't worry about a thing. And to the left I'll fly, fly, fly. To the right I'll glide, glide, glide. Oh, and I won't worry about a thing. I'm gonna swoop down low, low, low. Then I'll soar up high, high, high. Oh, and I won't worry about a thing. Free like a bird in the big blue sky, not a cloud or a care for a million miles. I won't worry about a thing. God loves me and He loved me first. He rescued me when I was in a lurch, and